But then at some point, you guys got to give us a little room so that when Ito comes, I can talk to him in private, you know what I mean? Yeah. I think you sense that.
But if we come out, we're able to not jump the line and just come this way.
But it was so nice when you were getting like his profile and that was so nice.
Let's show John.
This is working and like packing and stuff. Sort of having
My style was going to be more like a sort of slightly documentary, slightly verite style, but not completely, but use those elements.
So what are you not liking about this right now?
Well, he's just so squared off.
So
it's bothering me. I want to be in it with them. This is a very hopefully has some impact. Your brain has to go on overdrive trying to figure out locations and geography quickly. And I love sexy shots, and it's really hard to come up with a sexy shot at the spur of the moment.
What am I? Piece of luggage?
Hey, Mark.
Yours? We're gonna go one side.
Yeah.
Your side first? His side first.
We're into coverage.
I think his side first, because he's responding. Oh, no. You're fucked if you don't. Understand? You're so swing. Stuck between two bad moves.
And there's always a move, right, Mr. T?
Till there's not. Yeah, I like being better on the inside. You're with them. You know what I mean? Where they're sharing something.
I want to ask you why these inner city boys from the hood are so good at playing chess.
The thing that really attracted me about this movie was an incident happened to me when I was a young man, and this thing called a bell curve, this book came out, which was the fake scientists, but I didn't know, and nobody knew at the time that they were fake. And they did these studies trying to prove that Latin and black people were born genetically, intellectually inferior. And it was so damaging to your own self-esteem, and I can imagine what it did to other people as well. And so when I got this movie, I was like, oh my God, this is my antidote. Here I have the intellectual proof that these kids born in the ghettoest ghetto in Miami and became United States chess champions, which is an intellectual game, disproves that BS. I called a couple days ago to register for Miami Jackson.
This is a chess tournament.
Right. Mario Martinez registering for Miami Jackson. Right there.
These are the most important kinds of movies to make. It was an underdog story. I like those very much. And I just love the milieu of the kids, the high school, what they had to overcome, all of that. And those were the dramatic beats that I really enjoy telling.
It's wake up time. Man, wake up to what? Fucking getting my shit in order. Chess is
what shit, bro?
Fucking money in my pocket shit, Rowdy. What, you don't know about that, huh?
See, you gotta understand something. These aren't kids that anybody bet on, ever. These aren't kids that people took a chance on. These were kids that were, underprivileged, street kids. And they did nasty things until they didn't.
It was the last one.
Yo, Ethan, what's good?
Yo, we was just talking on.
Ain't nobody talking to you.
It sort of gave me a reason to go to school, because I had stopped going to school already. I really didn't care anymore. It gave me a reason to start going to school. That's all I was doing every day, playing chess in the morning. We get there before school, we play chess during lunch, and then we play chess after school.
Right here, where you going, boy? You already take it too long, baby. Come on, baby. Oh my God, bro. I'm gonna keep that, bro.
I used to play with a fellow teacher at the school, and then he ended up going to another school, became a counselor. So those same kids used to come around. I started to play with them, and then as I'm playing with them, they started to get really good. And then I taught them how to read and write the game. And then I said, I got to find something where they can do something with this.
Mario knew he had quite the squad. And he put them through their paces, like any coach of anything, any sports coach. Put them through their paces, keep improving their game, teaching them strategy.
You can move the rook up.
Oh, no. That's horrible. That's garbage. Garbage. I don't even want to look. I don't want to look. Please tell me that's not what he's doing. I don't want to look.
Oh, no, look. Rook to D7, taking out the knight. Bada bing.
I really felt like I needed to be true to what Mario did and what these kids did. That's what I did in the classrooms. I taught real chess, real games, the real games that they really played, and hopefully, I'll be able to convert some folks.
G-Pawn takes knight.
Alfil por F6. Hagen.
These guys are really interesting because they're almost like the Avengers because each one's got a special power. Marcel was definitely trained by Russians in Cuba because when Cuba was communist.
I started when I was 7 or 8 years old in Cuba, but then I started getting competitive too and went from tournament to tournament. All of us had different styles. There's no better thing than the other. It's just finding the universal style, that's something that works for every position.
Check. He's not like the most brave person on the streets, but when he sits down and the game starts, then he's a beast.
And Gil is still teaching. He's the only one that's still teaching. And he was one of the big consultants for me on this movie, really helping me because I really wanted to make chess feel like a sport in the movie.
Checkmate.
We had a great time. It was. I don't regret it. People ask me all the time, like, was it worth going to school 2.5 hours, and I always say, yes, it was, and now even more, because now look what I'm doing because of that sacrifice.
First time I met Gil was the first night that I got down here to shoot. We all went out for a meal together. A bunch of the actors, all the real guys as well, the real Gil, the real Rodolay, the real John Leguizamo. Chess in the movie, and also the movie's a true story. It's also chess for these guys in real life. Could not be more important.
Well, there's something great about chess. Like, when I came in, I didn't speak the language at all. And for chess, luckily, you don't have to speak. It's actually against the rules. So that was the perfect game for me.
He comes across as like such a strong individual, but I personally have met so many people, and I think more specifically men of color, that put that out there. But I know that deep down inside, and I've seen it time and time again, it's just a script that's been handed down to them. This thing that I have to be like this figure of strength.
Hey, yo, you don't step to my boy like that. What you doing? Let's go.
Are you for real?
Let's go, bro. Bounce.
Nah, man.
Go, man. Go.
It's not what friends do, man. That looks mad wrong on you, Ito.
I think he's a very smart and talented individual. To do what he does takes a lot of skill. I grew up kind of playing chess a little bit, and how they interact with us when it comes to that specific topic, and I see how they light up because it's how I feel when I'm here on set, doing something that I very much enjoy.
I mean, you watch these scenes and you're just moved by what's happening in these guys' lives. They all had very tough lives, especially Ito.
He's a guy who's seen a lot of stuff as a kid, things that kids shouldn't be seeing, Kids shouldn't be around, the streets filled with drugs. Kids shouldn't be around the streets filled where everybody thinks you're a suspect.
Oh, well, mi penny agua. So now you're dealing for him? You got a lot of these, bro.
And then I started playing chess, I started studying. It made me consume so much time that I didn't have time to do anything else. I didn't have time to get in trouble, I didn't have time to do anything else. I would not be here right now if it wasn't for chess. I probably would have dropped out of school, been doing some other stuff. I'll be dead honest, bro.
Chess is life. It's just that it's played on a board. You got certain obstacles you have to overcome in life.
When I met Cedric, I really understood the script then, and I understood what I needed to do. Because I saw from talking to him and hearing him talk, I feel like he was the glue to these relationships.
Look, Gil.
What are you doing? Let's go, man. Let's go.
Look, we need you back. I'm serious, man. Look, me, you, Road, Ito, we can be something special. He wants more from life, He wants to be better,
same thing, you know, like, you know, with anything, I wanted to be great. You know, Cedric wanted to be great. We won.
Won what?
The tournament. Took first place, too.
I taught you better than that. How much?
Michael K's brilliant. They have a complicated father-son relationship that's got a lot of love, but it's got a lot of competition and expectation.
You know what I love about this film is it's shot in my community, and you see the dysfunctionalism, the typical dysfunctionalism that's real in my community. However, you also see the intelligence, you see the family, you see the bond, you see, you know, that's also in my community.
I love that this film is bringing to light stories that I haven't seen on screen before about Black and brown and Latin people. I also love that it's about finding a way out and what that way out might be, which I think is a story for everyone.
Kids like this from places like Dade County don't ever make it to team regionals.
Then it shouldn't be too hard for them to swallow.
I grew up in South Florida in a school that had a lot of the same issues that this school did. I think it's so important for all of us, really, let's be frank, but for kids especially, to see that there's possibility. When we see that there's no possibility for us, then that's when our drive goes away, our need to move, you know, our energy dies.
She's incredible, man, in the movie. She's amazing. What a gift.
Whose pad? Yes, our pad. We all take it like take it.
Yeah, take it in as opposed to so chanty.
Yeah, that's.
Oh yeah. I like that. I like that. We take it in more instead of like throw it out. We take it in. Yeah. I like that.
John is a triple threat. You know, he can do it all.
He's an electric light, and I love that about him.
John has been so unbelievable in giving us all so much room to play, where it's like, I feel so free here.
He was really, of course, so kind, as he always is.
It's you know, it's Johnny Legs, man. When Johnny, there's certain people whose phone calls you answer. And in my book, Johnny Legs is one of them.
People of color have been everywhere since time immemorial, and if you pick up one of these bad boys and you open it up and you don't recognize yourself, I hope you realize that this was their oversight, that this was their mistake to paint you out.
I wanted to show how Latin and Black kids have the potential to be so much, and yet they're robbed of it by so many circumstances.
We are born a lot of the times thinking that we don't have a choice. I grew up seeing my friends, they either went into, you know, dealing drugs or law enforcement. Those were my two choices.
No, I hope that these kids that are around might be able to see this movie and understand that there's always a move.
For sure, the chessboard is the greatest equalizer. Like, it's 64 squares, 32 pieces. It's you against the person. Doesn't matter how rich, how poor, how black, how white. You know, no one has an advantage over you. If they think they have some type of advantage over you in life, they don't have that advantage over you at the board.
No matter how difficult, you know, it might look, it's achievable if you put your mind and body to it.
If I could put all this time and effort to become a better chess player, I could do this in life as well, you know. I have to work hard if I want it. I just can't expect it to be given to me, because nothing's going to be given to me. I have to work for it.
Yo, my house was way worse than this.
No.
At some point,
yeah.
before,
No, I can't believe it. Isn't that amazing?
No, pero look at this one, pero look at this one. Pero mira esta, por eso ahí, este gentrification.
I'm taking this all in.
Chess is a metaphor for life. It teaches these kids that if they dedicate themselves and work hard enough, that they can succeed at anything they set their minds to.
You'll be here?
Yes, would love to get that dirty.
Yep, home.
Right.
That could be clean or it could be dirty.
You be in there for Seti?
We ain't got no milk.
Ain't getting none neither. You don't get no allowance until you beat me, got it? I don't play.
Fine. I could use $5 anyway for snacks. Let's go.